Hi, I want you to do a simple little math exercise with me right now. Let's see how good you are with simple math. Pick a number, any number between 1 and 10, okay? Now, take that number between 1 and 10, and here we go. Double that number. Now, add 8 to that number. Now, divide that number in half. Now subtract the original number you started out with from that last number. You should have a final number in your head now. Take that final number you arrived at and pick the corresponding letter of the alphabet that number represents. So if your last number was 1, that would be the letter A. 2 would be B, 3 would be C, and if your last number was 4, that would be the letter D. 5 would be E. You got the letter of the alphabet that your last number represents. Now take that letter of the alphabet and pick a country. Now speak English and pick a country that starts with that letter in Europe or the Baltics that starts with that letter. So, you've got England and Wales and Ireland and Scotland and France and Belgium and Switzerland and Spain and Portugal up in the Baltics. You got Finland and Sweden and Estonia, Russia, Denmark, all of those countries up there in the northern Baltics. Now, if you got a country that starts with that letter, now take that country, the letter of that country, and pick a zoo animal, an animal that is not indigenous to the United States, let's say, but you'd probably find in a zoo in the United States that starts with that letter, the last letter of your country that you thought of. Now, you got that zoo animal in your head. Now take the last letter of that zoo animal and pick a common fruit that starts with that letter, okay? So you should have a country, a zoo animal, and a common fruit. Now, when I do this, I know what 80% of people are thinking. Denmark, kangaroo, orange. Now, is that what you thought? I know that 80% of people do. Maybe you thought Denmark, koala, apple. If you did not get 4 as your final answer, you need to brush up on your math. What I love to do is teach people how to create predictability so that no matter what you do, you have predictable systems. System is an acronym that stands for Save Yourself Time, Energy, and Money. I teach people how to create predictability in their life and have the highest and best results with the least amount of effort to have abundant living. So folks, when you think of Denmark kangaroo orange, it means that if you put this much wood in the fire, you'll get this many BTUs of heat back. If you follow this recipe for a perfect batch of cinnamon rolls at this particular altitude, 80-90% of the time you'll get a perfect batch of cinnamon rolls. You want predictability with your finances, with raising your children, with everything in your life so that you can have an abundant life.